you were finished. Oh, well, allow me to retort.
This is a new Rob report, and this is my retort video, my response to comments that I get on my videos. And this one is about the Jimmy Graham rule video that I put out just a couple days ago. And me and 504 Flamer have been going back and forth about it. Flamer, man, like, I think you got me mixed up, bro. When I say that I agree with the rule for Jimmy Graham. I don't like that the NFL has gone to the extreme of applying all these rules, the rules with this and rules with that. I actually hate it. They are ruining the game. In some ways they're ruining the game. Taking the fun out of it, taking the physicality out of it, you know, whatever else you want to say, okay? But if you really just think about it, bro, all the rules for the most part make sense. The way you argue the rule, you sound like a kid who's trying to argue with his parent about, you know, about why they're not allowed to do something that they want to do. Your reasoning is really elementary, bro. Yeah, so you say it happened one time, they're making a mountain out of a molehill. Well, first of all, it hasn't happened just one time. Jimmy Graham has done this twice in his career. I guarantee you that since players started dunking over the crossbar, the NFL officials or whoever else who runs that aspect of the game has been thinking, man, if they hang on that crossbar a little too hard, it's going to tilt. Okay? The post that comes out of the ground comes straight up and curves like this. Okay? And it's round like that where it curves over, and then the crossbar has a opening, okay, a female opening, we'll call it, and it's a male opening kind of on this one, and it fits in, okay, it fits in like that. So this round part fits over the part that comes up from the ground, and then it goes across and up. So it doesn't take much when you got a 240, 50 plus pound player jumping on one end or the other to tilt it. It's not cemented in there. That has to be taken apart at one point or another. So you got guys jumping and hanging on it. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So I guarantee you, since players have been dunking, I guarantee you that thought has already crossed their mind. And now you've got a player who's done it twice in his career. Jimmy, okay, and before you write anything again, bro, Jimmy Graham has done it twice in his career. So don't write me again talking about one time. He's done it twice. And bottom line is, there's no reason for a game to be delayed over a touchdown celebration. The 25-minute delay, yeah, and you said that I must have been counting up every single time we done it over a whole. No, bro. The one dunk that he dunked after his touchdown against the Atlanta Falcons this past season tilted the goalpost, and it took them 25 plus minutes to fix it. That's what I meant by a 25-minute dunk. Yeah, the dunk only took 3 seconds, duh. But it took them 25 minutes to fix it. That's ridiculous. 25 minutes? You think that the networks want a football game that they have scheduled for a block of time, want a game delayed 25 minutes? What happens if there's a double header and the game is coming on right after that? What are we gonna? Where we have to choose? Then the network has to choose, you know, what game to keep on, or do we go away from that game and go cut to the second game? I mean, there's so many things that go into it that it's just ridiculous. So for the fact that they make this rule, yeah, okay, so they're taking a little bit of fun out of the game. But what if your game, the Saints game, was the second game on a doubleheader, and because of some idiot jumping and hanging on the goalpost and delaying the game for 25 minutes, you had to miss the first 25 minutes, okay, of your Saints game? You probably wouldn't appreciate that. I mean, these are all hypothetical things, bro, but they just make sense. A goalpost is not meant to be dunked on. It's not a basketball hoop, all right? It's meant to have a football kick through it. And that's it. It's designed to not have any contact with players whatsoever. That's why they moved the goalpost from the front of the end zone to the back of the end zone, to out of the field of play. It's not designed to be contacted. You also mentioned, pulling out the Sharpie and pulling out the cell phone. Man, look, touchdown celebrations are always fun to see. But there is a point, bro, where you have to consider professionalism and sportsmanship. You have to consider those two things as well. If you break this rule down into any one individual way, okay, if you break the rule down into any one individual aspect, it's really easy to find a reason to call it ridiculous. Okay, yeah, he just dunked the ball one time. Now they want to make a rule out of it. Oh, ain't nobody hurting nobody by dunking. Yeah, if you break it down to one particular way, it's very easy to find a reason to call it retarded or whatever you want to call it. But how about the concept of professionalism and sportsmanship? Okay, there's a difference between celebration and demonstration. Okay, demonstration is what the league rules against. Celebration, no, you can celebrate, but demonstration is what they have the rule against. A typical celebration will stay within most people's idea of professional, okay, sportsmanlike. Premeditated planning, okay, of props is not sportsmanlike. Okay, they always say act like you've been there before. Now doing a little dance, that's cool. A lot of things are cool. Maybe I'm just saying that because they haven't ruled against them. I don't know, but certain things sound okay to me. Certain things don't. Pulling a Sharpie out from under the pylon or out of your sock, wherever you had a Sharpie at, or pulling your cell phone out after you planted your cell phone under the pylon ahead of time so you could pull it out from underneath and act like you're calling somebody. That's retarded. This ain't the XFL. This is the NFL. You gotta have a little bit of couth about yourself while you're playing this game. Pulling out a Sharpie or a cell phone just is not sportsmanlike or professional. T.O. scoring a touchdown and then running all the way out to the midfield just so he could spike the ball on the Dallas Star is not professional. Vernon Davis scoring a touchdown and jumping behind the broadcasting network's camera on the field is not professional. The point is, these players typically do not have the ability to govern and control themselves. They just don't. You can chalk it up to the emotion that they play with. They're playing with raw emotion. So the only way to beat that, okay, is to make a rule that at first is going to seem extreme. It seems extreme. I am in agreement with you. It seems extreme to ban a TD celebration just dunking over the crossbar. I agree. It sounds extreme. It sounds ridiculous. But what is way more ridiculous than a ridiculous rule is for any one player to delay an entire football game over a touchdown celebration. It isn't like his touchdown celebration was just running around the end zone and then he tripped and fell on a tore up piece of grass, and then they put a rule against running around for. No, that's something different. The grass is supposed to be run on, okay? But bottom line is, a goalpost is not supposed to be dunked on. Nowhere when they designed a goalpost where they had anything in their plans for, hey, let's make it like this just in case players dunk on it. No, believe me, bro. I miss the days where the players weren't so bound by all these rules. But if you really sit there and think about it, all of these rules are there for a purpose. As I said before, these rules are never preemptive. Okay, none of the rules that they make up, since we've been talking about how bad these rules are, okay, none of these rules are ever preemptive. Okay, they're reactive. These rules didn't come about until they had a reason to be brought about. You may like them or you may not, but the reason they came about is because something happened. The rules for the quarterback. A lot of people call that, making the game, pussy ball. But the bottom line is, players' careers were shortened because of the way they were getting hit while being sitting ducks in the pocket. Penalties for hitting the defenseless receivers. I certainly don't agree with those, But you have to accept the fact that they're there because players are getting the shit knocked out of them. And the league is getting sued by these players after the fact. These players play in the league 5, 6, 7, 8, now however many years. And then after it's said and done, they go back and they sue the league. The league can't have that. Just consider where we'd be if the NFL had never made any of these rules. You think that these rules are making the game worse? I have a strong opinion that, you know, hindsight is 2020, okay? And you who knows, you know, but I think that there would be, without these rules, the game would most certainly get to a point where people would not appreciate it. Okay, there has to be. I mean, just talking about the Jimmy Graham situation, you can't have a player delaying a game 25 minutes. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. I mean, in 504, bro, you have to agree with that, bro. I mean, even if it was only once, which it isn't, he's done it twice. But even if it was only once, how many times are you willing? How many times are you 504? How many times are you going to be willing to watch a game that's delayed 25 minutes over a touchdown celebration? You know, it's sportsmanship. Golden Tate, one of my dudes, Golden Tate ran down the field waving at the guy while he crossed the end zone. Got a penalty for it. Yeah. Did he hurt anybody by doing it? No. But it's not sportsmanlike. Like I said, this is not the XFL. XFL folded. No one took it seriously. This is the NFL. Okay, you have to have like I said, some couth about yourself when you're playing a professional sport. You're a professional, and I'll give you this. You know, if you, just in case you might consider other touchdown celebrations that should be banned, they're going to ban the goalpost thing. Let me give you this: the first time a fan gets injured, I promise you, the first time a fan gets injured somehow during a Lambeau leap, the NFL will ban it. And that's going to cause an uproar, especially the prestige behind the Green Bay Packers and the Lambeau Leap's been around forever. But I promise you, the Green Bay Packers nor the NFL is going to accept being sued by a fan who sat there because he hoped to get a Lambeau Leap. He hoped to have, you know, Jordy Nelson jump into his lap. He hoped to it. But if his finger gets caught on a face mask, in between a face mask and a helmet, or he gets a helmet to the mouth and knocks his tooth out, or anything, or if he falls over the you know, the railing there, I guarantee you, the NFL will ban the Lambeau Leap. Like I said, I don't necessarily like the rules, but as a realist, okay, I do understand the application of them. And I don't care if I was a Saints fan. Honestly, put it like this. If my tight end, if Zach Miller did that and fucking broke the goalpost and took him 25 minutes to you know, fix it, I may not hate him for the rest of my life, but I damn sure wouldn't want to see him do it again. So I bet you they don't dunk anymore. Matter of fact, I bet you if these guys, you know, and Super Saint said, oh, they're going to dunk anyway. That's retarded. I guarantee you, not only will the NFL make sure they throw that flag, the rest will throw that flag, and I bet you anything else, the player will not only be fined by the league for doing it, especially if they just put the rule out. I bet you the league will fine him, or if not, I bet you the team will fine him. He'll get in trouble by his own team for blatantly breaking that rule, because it's not like something that you could accidentally do. To go dunk the ball on a goalpost, you actually have to be cognitive and think about doing it. I scored. I'm going to go dunk that ball. That's just blatant disregard for rules, and you get fined for stuff like that. Having all these rules sucks, but it makes sense. It sucks, but there's a reason for it. And if you search your heart of hearts, you understand. Fuck the 49ers.